Well, hello there, newsies and interested parties. We're here for another weekly roundup. That's what we call it now. Just kidding.
It's time for the weekly roundup. Every week we round them up. Round them up.
Best we can. It's like herding cats, I tell you. They are hard to round up, but we do it for you.
We wrangled a good guest for you today. He's hogtied backstage right now. Adaquariums.
We're feeding him. We give him sandwiches. Don't worry.
Just green room stuff, sandwiches, cheese puffs, soda. Of course, he's got to drink it out of a bowl on the floor.
Now we're going to have to ask him Pepsi products or Coke products.
We can't use those words. They're going to get this whole stream taken down.
Sexy products or Toke products?
I'd ask
those are the like fake names for it.
So
but that gives it a whole new meaning, the two words I chose.
What's up, bubble gum? Thanks for dropping in.
Do you like my hair, bubble gum?
Oh yeah, that's some bubble gum hair right there.
I figure you should appreciate it.
All right, so before we jump into it, we're not being joined by Tyler today. He's prepping the pin bin, and that takes a lot of 3D.
You got to scrub the bin.
Modeling.
You got to scrub the bin first because people are going to be putting their hair in. I mean, their hand in.
Some people. Good people don't.
Tyler has long hair. You never know.
Yeah, so we got some good pins to show off pretty soon, I think.
We're gonna
show some of those.
Yeah, let's just show like one or two.
Yeah, so
maybe we can show the Future Fest one.
That's true. We do have a Future Fest pin, and we also have a Future Fest interview, which we're going to be. Oh, we got a compliment.
And Adaquariums was a former collaborator of Future Fest, so we're connecting it everywhere.
She loves your hair. Okay, so I wanted to show this one because this is the news.
This is the official news pin of the year.
Back. All right, so I'm going to share my screen here. We're going to pop this up.
Pop it up.
And just do that.
One day I want to do like a montage of you saying "pop it up," like how they did that Charles montage.
I say it a lot.
Pop it up, pop it up, pop.
Could remix it, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So here it is. We've changed the background colors for this one, and we have the previous year's pin somewhere. Here
Buffy
it
is making an amendment.
That's right. So I really like this one. It was kind of accidental, but we didn't have room for the big C, or it just didn't quite look good. And that's how it normally was. But now it looks like CNFT Con is being changed to NFT
Yeah, it's
XLV,
remodeling.
And they haven't knocked the C off yet. It's just smaller. I love it. And here's our previous year's pin for reference. Focus.
Who knows what next year will bring? What's Buffy going to do next year?
Yeah, I don't know. But in this one, you can't see it, but it's pulling.
You get the idea.
The C
Buffy's
is
on the
being
other
placed.
side. The C is being placed. Different colors.
That's going to be a good pin. So before we bring on our first guest, I wanted to show off this video that we shot a week or two ago with Future Fest. This is going to be going live on the NFT XLV socials after this at some point. But check it out. Sneak peek.
Get the alpha.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to our exhibitor exclusive series running up to NFT XLV. We're here with the crew from Future Fest.
So, Future Fest, we throw these awesome virtual events. We've done a lot of music-based ones. So, we work with artists like Cascade and Blue to Tiger to throw like these really cool concert-like events. But we've also branched out to doing conference style. We threw the farmers market with Veggie Mates, where we had over 20 projects being showcased there. Upcoming, we have a esports style event that we're doing with our friends at PlayerMints. I think we've had around like 600, 500 to 600 people simultaneously across multiple servers like per event. So it get pretty wild.
Love that you're not limiting yourself at all. You're just like tackling new things all the time.
At NFT XLV, why should people be hyped to visit your booth?
I think a big one is we want to give people that attend something exclusive inside the world. There could be a skin that is only available if you would make it to our booth. We hope to have a few rigs there as well so people could demo.
Oh, yeah,
what we're
yeah.
working on.
Whoa, that's perfect for
Yeah,
y'all.
that'd be great.
Future Fest was one of the first projects that was like, damn, this is hot. This is what it should be.
Why did you choose NFT XLV?
Because the team loves Vegas. I personally love Vegas. I go there like 3 times a year. And, like,
Oh, all right.
and heard last year was like pretty popping, so we're gonna actually bring the entire team out this time. Were people like nervous in person last year?
People who knew each other online pretty much immediately fell
That's
into
true.
their
That's true.
relationship that they've already established, which was what was so amazing about it.
You go 3 times a year. You're clearly a Vegas veteran. What are you going to do in Vegas?
Pool party, gotta go clubbing, gotta gamble a little bit, you gotta stick your head in Area 15. But definitely walking down the strip too. Like, just a lot of adventures can happen just by walking around and not knowing what's gonna happen. It feels like a festival.
Probably the food. I mean, Area 15, I love that, just the exploration. But yeah, definitely the food.
If you could choose a liquid other than water for the fountain at the Bellagio to spout, what liquid would you each choose for it to spout? Oh, I like that thinking face. That was really good.
This is actually a hard question.
Yeah, it's very personal.
You guys remember the slime from Nickelodeon?
Yeah,
I think we gotta bring that back.
that's fun.
Like-
I like that.
Oh, that's a good answer. I was gonna go with
Yeah.
coffee.
Coffee?
Oh,
I
you
mean,
need
you know.
that's gonna keep
that'll be
the party
popular.
popping.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much. We're really excited to meet the whole crew at XLV this year. And it's coming right up, so we'll be seeing you guys real soon.
Yeah, we'll be out there.
Crazy.
sure.
Vegas vet.
Pretty exciting. That was a lot of fun.
I like asking these Vegas questions because you get to see their other degen aspects that come out with regard to Vegas.
Yeah, how gambly
like,
they are. What kind of?
Whoa, Nelly, I don't dance with the devil at the tables. Or if they're
I'll
like,
tell you what I won't be doing: dancing with the devil.
I'm drinking.
All right, well, let's bring on our special guest. Well, actually, I guess it's nonsense now, technically,
yes.
but it is our special
Yes, we
guest
have
who
to
will be doing
in our
nonsense now.
sanctioned lanes.
Yeah.
Let's get the nonsense going.
Run the nonsense engine.
Hi there, and welcome to Nonsense Now. Great to have you, Adaquariums.
Yes, well, thanks for having me. I can't wait for all the nonsense to begin.
It's about
That's so
damn
good.
time. About
Yes.
damn time we got to ask you these hard questions.
Yeah, we've got some zingers for you.
So,
I'm ready.
if you had to replace your beautiful, precious hands with anything you want, I don't know how you lost them. That's not my business. The point is, what would you replace them with and why?
Oh my gosh. Let's see. They would definitely have to be, what are those called? Those like grabbers you see on those infomercials?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
out-
Yeah.
that you can grab like cans, from a
that's a
high
good
shelf.
idea. Yeah.
I think that would probably be my go-to, only because I feel like I'd be able to reach anything. And not to mention I'd be someone that could have my own stand-up just based off of that alone.
What's the deal with these grabbers?
Yeah.
That's interesting because I think that's about as close as I would let someone, like, I think that was a very wise choice because I think that's about as close as you could get to a cybernetic hand.
True.
'Cause we're not going to let them have a brush.
you
Yeah.
know,
Well, and it doesn't rely on any power source, so then,
Yeah.
post-apocalyptically, I could still have some sort of powers, I guess.
And that's important to keep in mind.
Yes.
For sure.
would the arms extend? Is it like one of those?
Are you allowed
Oh.
Do they
to?
telescope?
Oh, I would hope.
I mean, I think in my case, yes, they would have to, because I would like to be able to reach for the stars, so to speak, in that sense.
I like that you put that in there.
Telescope to the star.
Yeah.
High five.
Yeah.
Can you have one hand per? Like, can you have a different one in the other hand?
People have done different.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, you
Well,
can have another one if you wanted.
Yeah, I'd kind of want one that's like more of a claw, so it'd be like 4 prongs, and then the other one maybe like 2.
Like
then I
for
could,
like eating.
One for barbecue and one
Yeah.
for
But what are you
just
gonna
everyday
drink with?
use.
That's my question to you. I guess you could
Oh,
get a
wow.
Camelback hooked up,
You can
Yeah,
grab
that'd be kind of hard.
You pick up a soda,
crush it a
Yeah,
little bit.
stir it, and then just suck it out.
Kind of just crush it over your like doing that what is it called? Not a waterfall, but what's that? When you crack
Right.
open a beer can
Beer
and
thing. Shotgun.
yeah, just break it over your
Oh,
head
yeah.
and hope for the best, I guess.
All right, that's a good plan. That's a good plan. I know you're gonna have to drink beer with bubblegum around since you go
Yes.
for beers.
Absolutely. I would probably be the designated can opener at that point if I
Your
had
that's true. Your wine glass is gonna be a little more difficult, perhaps.
that. Yeah, and I would lose all of my my charisma with the you know, how to drink it properly at that
Oh
point.
yeah, that would be gone. Okay, now another one. If you were a ghost, how would you choose to spend your endless time?
Oh wow.
Your endless
Probably messing with all the people I don't like in real life, but in a very friendly ghost way, and not
They will
haunting.
Frank,
die
man.
eventually, though.
That's true.
So you're
That
still
is
around.
true.
You're gonna have to find
Then
new
their
people
ghosts
that you
are gonna
don't
come and
like.
mess with you, maybe.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'd be making
Oh
more
my
enemies.
Oh my
I'd-
god, endless ghost prank loop. So true.
I
Hey,
would
Jay
probably
Scott.
I'd probably have to
Spot.
expose all of the evilness and wrongdoings of the world some
That
way
is
in a ghostly
Right.
manner.
very
A
noble cause.
whistleblower ghost.
Yeah.
Haunting
Yeah.
Gators.
I'm deep in the action. And maybe you could even become some kind of ghost influencer at some point. You could be like,
True.
I'm the whistleblower ghost. And
You'd be arrested.
Uh,
The Ghostbusters
on Ghost
have
on
formed.
Ghostagram will be the newest trending underground thing for the
Ghost.
paranormal.
should
Who
make
knows?
that.
Maybe it already
They,
is.
I mean,
gotta
I'm
die to
sure it
find out.
does because what else are they gonna do? They got endless time to just scroll.
Yeah, maybe on the dark web there's already a Ghostagram somewhere.
Sure. Definitely in the dark.
In your opinion, does the internet have an aroma? And if so, what would it smell like?
Ooh, that's a really good one. Well, for sure it has to, right? You know, because why not in this case?
Why not?
If you said no, that wouldn't have been a good answer.
I would go with burnt plastic because nobody likes that smell. And I guess with the internet being the internet, it's a pretty nasty place overall. So let's
True.
go with burnt plastic on that one.
That's a solid
Ozone.
answer. Yeah, it's kind of it's toxic as well. It can often be
Yeah,
toxic.
exactly. It's not good to breathe in, and
Maybe
nobody
it gets
likes
a
it.
little high if you just huff it, though, but it's
Yeah,
damaging
yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
Yes.
yeah. Oh, so true. So philosophical, man. Oh yeah, and Pepsi products or Coke products.
You can't say that.
Oh,
We're gonna get
Coke all the
sued.
way. I hope I don't lose my
British,
Pepsi
yeah.
sponsorship after this,
Good
but
job.
Coke
It's
products.
okay. It's okay.
We're working on the Coke one.
Patchouli.
Patchouli, is that food?
It's a hippie incense.
That's like the dried out rosebuds, you know. That's like
Oh,
the
that's what it's made
hippie
from?
smell.
That
Yeah.
sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, it seems a
Yeah.
little too nice. I
Some
think
people
so.
don't
Maybe
like it.
Discord would smell like patchouli.
All right, good. Well, that was some good nonsense. Did you have any other pressing nonsense, or
Moi.
yeah? Unless, do you have a question
Oh.
for us, Adaquarium?
You know, I wish I would have. I didn't think I had the spotlight to
Didn't really
answer
think
or
about
ask
that.
nonsense.
I have another
Oh.
one.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you think we should dress Desmond up as for Halloween?
Pretty good.
Oh, that's a good one.
Whale's like a banshee, so maybe.
I think a little baby ghost would be adorable.
Yeah, some sort of banshee, a big
True.
one, because he's
Cardano baby ghost.
pretty
man.
hefty.
Yeah.
And it's easy, you know, you can just put a little
That's
sheet
true.
on them.
That's true.
Call it
That's
a day.
important for the first year. Gotta be
Yeah,
easy.
just put a sheet over him.
Yeah, there you go.
We don't even have to bring him with us.
Two
We'll
Or you
just
guys
put it over.
or you guys already do that every night before you put them in a bed, just put a sheet on them and say, okay,
They
good
won't
night.
let
It's
you.
ghost time.
They
Oh,
won't let you till he's a
dang.
year
They're
old.
just Yeah,
They're like, you might suffocate.
babies aren't very good at
Well,
stuff.
No.
well, that ruined my question for the nonsense of how you put your kid to bed. So I guess I can't even answer that or ask that.
That's a pretty good one. I think
Yeah.
we hit it from both ends.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, let's bring on our very first guest, Adaquariums. Woo! What do the kids think? They love it.
All my fans showed up. Yeah.
It is true that kids and adults, humans, animals, ghosts, anyone everywhere would love the Adaquariums project artwork.
Oh, well, thank you.
They're all applauding.
I'm bowing. You can't see, but right now I'm actually
Oh,
bowing.
good.
That's what's happening. Yep.
That's the proper manners.
Of course.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about the Adaquariums project for the
Yeah.
layperson?
So it is a Cardano NFT based project that is primarily focused on 3D artwork. So we have 3D models as part of our main collection that are like PFP style still images. And then a secondary part of our project that's more gamified is 3D cards, with the 3D card models being all characters from the original still PFP images.
We're going to pop some of this artwork up right now.
Yeah, there's some of our cards right now that are minting, and you're looking at cards that are going to eventually be gamified. Right now, we're minting these to raise the funds to finish the game, and to kind of give you just a little snippet of what the game is.
Good.
It's all going to be a Discord game, so it's not going to be something where you're playing as a battle bot in Unreal Engine with a big gun, but it's all going to be in a Discord universe.
So,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And how's the are any of the early stages of the Discord game done? What's going on with that part of it right now?
So right now it's in pre-alpha, so it's really rough around the edges. But if you verify your wallet with one of the Buzzer Founders Edition, you get access to that channel where you can play a very simplistic early rendition of it, which allows us to do some bug testing and get some general feedback on things that we should change and things that we need to get fixed, and so forth. But the main idea behind the game is to allow people to play the game and then be able to upgrade their cards via the CIP 68 metadata standard.
Mm-hmm.
So if you play the game, eventually when it's finished, you'll be able to build out different guns and colored skins and various ways to improve your bot's overall abilities. And then it will be visually represented and also statistically in the game as well.
That sounds so amazing. I did not realize that I was going to be able to like change my colors and everything like that.
Yeah, we've been kind of keeping it a little close to the chest just to make sure it was something we could do. I wasn't sure if it was going to be scalable or even doable. And so after some heavy research on figuring out, one, if I could model out everything and if it was even possible to do it. And then most people in the beginning stages, when we first put up our roadmap, we had a little kind of hint that we wanted to do that. But I actually took it down because I got nervous. I was like, oh, wait, can I actually do this? But after some research, we found out we could. So I'm really excited to know that it is my biggest dream of this is possible. So
very exciting.
Reaching for the stars like you do.
Exactly.
Clamping for them, reaching for them.
Exactly.
And to mint one of these, you go through the Discord?
Yeah, so to mint any of our cards for our ongoing mint, you would have to be in our Discord, and we do the old school Discord address drop. So you would just go right into our announcement channel, and that will be the latest address, just mint to 38 ADA, and we just passed our halfway mark. I think I need to update my minted numbers in Discord, but I think we're around like 165 minted so far out of 300.
I love
Very
classic
cool.
Discord address drops.
Me too.
I
And
mean,
we use NFT
I'm glad
makers,
that
though.
I'm glad that there are other options too, because some drops like really need something else, but love that.
Yeah, I've just
I
dropped.
gotta pick up my cards.
Just dropped a
Yeah.
link to the Discord and chat. JSpot, you're looking for that? Take a look. 38 ADA for one NFT.
Yeah, and if you go to JPEG Store and you type in tap cards, you'll be able to see a good kind of representation of some that have been minted and kind of get a good idea of what to expect from our mint.
Are there any BB Bites Easter eggs in the cards?
So, we kept it simple with this one on purpose.
Yeah.
Only because the whole purpose of upgrading it. I didn't want to make them too intricate.
Oh, yes.
Because then I was like, well, if I make them too loaded up with, laser cannons and they just looked like very tank-like and kind of badass, if you will, I wanted people to have a reason to upgrade them.
So
Right.
true.
Get
So
it started.
true.
Get it
Yeah,
started
that's
at a
the
low
right
level.
move. That's the right move.
Yeah.
For sure.
This one's got some plasma cannons, rocking them. Where can you find information
The
about
colors are amazing.
the what this plasma cannon, spiked armor? What do these things do?
So those right now, unfortunately, I don't have the light paper quite finished, which I've been beating my head against the wall to try to get it all stamped out
Sure.
because it is so intricate in that
We've been there.
aspect. But we definitely, for sure, within the next few weeks, we'll have that done. As of right now, it's kind of just like this, to be announced type thing. But for sure, we're gonna get that updated to where everyone knows what all these stats are. Like right now, you can see attributes on there. Mods. It says advanced processor. So it definitely will be fleshed out to where you'll know all the what the weapons do and what the attributes are, how they're applied to the cards.
That's cool.
Somehow when I read that just now, I thought it said advanced professor. It's like
that would have been cool actually to have
teaching
some.
yeah.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Well, who knows what the future characters would be like?
Exactly. I think we need to get an advanced professor in there.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
So we've got
gotta
we've
teach
got
the
someone
world.
backstage here. We got another
Surprise
guest joining us. Let's bring out Max.
Come down to our weekly roundup, Max.
Hello.
Hey.
They're saying Max.
Is my mic? Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Sorry, it's not letting. There we go. All right, the crowd loves me. Let's fucking go.
That's very true.
I'm glad you know.
Yeah. So welcome, Max. Well, we were just going over what it's all about, taking a look at these cards, getting tantalized about the white paper, or light paper rather, that's coming soon. What is your role on the Adaquariums project, Max?
I am the computer programmer and guy that rambles about mugging claymates during Twitter Spaces. Because that is the ultimate goal of my
Everyone needs a hobby.
We like to talk about those things.
That's good. I'm glad I'm in the right place.
I got a Clay Nation shirt on right now.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good stuff. All right, well, thanks for joining us. I was just about to press Adaquariums for information that he doesn't want to give up. So
yeah, he squeezed him harder. He's had it too good for too long.
I would like to hear what the advanced processor does in the current build. Can we get a little alpha or some sort of description?
Absolutely. You said advanced processor?
The mods. Yeah, as a mod.
Yeah. Just tell us a little bit about
this stuff. Yeah, that stuff, right? So here's the trick with the battle buzzers, right? Is currently in the game, it's pre-alpha. It's very early. We've got a very select few people testing it, trying it out, playing it. The dev is me, so it's, however fast I can code it.
Yeah.
But what you do is you take these battle buzzers and you can send them off to do various quests and stuff. Fight other robots, dig through scrap heaps, gather up resources, all that good shit. And then they return home with a bunch of stuff that they can then use to improve themselves. And the ultimate goal will be to basically level up your own battle buzzers and build your own rarity. Instead of just luck of the draw, it'll be a whole experience built from, months of playtime and doing fun stuff. Um,
That one's beautiful.
so, for example, what was it? The advanced processor.
Yes.
I think that's a dumb name, so that's not going to do anything. But the flails you will be able to use to pummel other people into the dirt
That's
with
good.
extreme violence.
Now, is there any PvP aspect to this that you're building?
There is actually. The last update, I added muggings. Currently, it's mostly
It's your
just for
passion.
fun.
Yeah, I mean, we've been hearing a lot about it.
That's good because that's what I like. That's why I like the space. Is nobody's like, oh man, you can't have muggings. You can't, family game.
True.
But what you can do is send your bot off to fight another person's bot. And currently, this is just for fun and ego and stuff. We're still pre-alpha, so we don't want anyone getting bullied too badly. But eventually, what this is going to be, because one of the beauties of what we're doing here through Discord is we're currently working with tap cards, but we could add in anything else. Like if you say had a Claymate and Clay Nation goes, "Hey, we want to be part of your thing," you can use any old NFT and also play the game with that. So
I think
eventually,
that's the way of the future.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And what I think too is you're not going to have to, buy $1,000 NFT, go to a metaverse that nobody is fucking in, and then go, hey, can you guys join this? It's like VR chat, except you have to pay $1,000 to get in. You can't do anything in it, right? This is just you hop into a Discord, you violently mug somebody, take their wallet, and love what
underground shit.
Yeah. That's true. We haven't added like busted up ass cars to this yet, but
that's awesome.
I gotta add it. I gotta ask Ada to add it to the lore.
One day we'll find out about that advanced processor. I got my
Well, I have some good news. Is I just looked up my light papers so I could give you an answer on that. So the advanced processor increases the battle buzzer's success of mission failure, or I'm sorry, of non-mission failure. Of not, yeah. So it basically increases the chances of success throughout the mission. So if you go through a quest line and you encounter something, say like another robot or another NPC, it will increase your roll chance to succeed overall. And each mod is correlating to each body type. There's 3 different body types in the battle buzzers. So if you were to look at the body, it says B031.
Right.
Every body type is associated with that advanced processor. So it just increases your overall chances of success on the mission. He's kind of smarter, if you want to think of it that way.
Jack of all trades, which is probably why I don't care about it. I like violence. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
With the violence.
And remind me what the battle buzzers are doing with regard to the environment and the world. What are they? What is their mission?
Sure. So the battle buzzers mission is the lore of the original buzzers are the first installment of the the Adaquariums project, which is a project that was done before the apocalypse, so to speak, about trying to get humans fresh water. So the buzzers were designed to go around and deliver fresh water to the civilians of that time. And so now that these buzzers are in their battle form, they are essentially in a kind of gladiator style battle arena, and they're being forced to battle. So during the Discord universe, they are put in the post-apocalyptic world. So they live in kind of these 2 dimensions, if you want to think of it that way. One being this kind of gladiator, forced battle bot arena, and then the other world being the actual Adaquariums, universe, where it's this post-apocalyptic, kind of cybernetic, universe that is the Earth, in this post-apocalyptic form. So their job is to basically kind of figure out how to upgrade themselves the best ways they can, find, whether it be, foraging for scrap metal, trying to fight other bots to get a cyber piece or a nuclear core, pretty much by any means necessary. They're trying to just upgrade themselves and protect themselves.
Well, are we seeing them right now inside of their gladiatorial prison in this card? Is this
you are
room?
And it's always represented the same, actually. So what you see there is he is basically always going to be represented in that form on both sides of the spectrum, so to speak.
Cool.
Now, I
And I
can't help
get it.
but notice the claw there, and you had a certain affinity for claws earlier in the
Clamps.
episode. Yeah.
Clamps.
Do you think that affected your choice?
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. I didn't really pick up on that, but I guess so. I guess I like the claw.
They
You know,
inspired you.
watching Liar Liar too many times probably did that to me, I think.
We do that with the
Yeah.
baby. We do that with the baby.
So, Max, earlier in our nonsense segment, we asked
yeah, I was gonna say
what
you're
he
not
would-
getting out of this, Max.
what he would replace his hands with were they to be lost, tragically or not. They're gone, and you can't have a prosthetic hand.
Like in real life?
Yeah, well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
In our
Okay.
little
In our
fantasy,
fake
Like
real
me,
life.
like I don't have any hands and now
That's
I have
right.
to replace
Yeah.
them? You talking
what are
about
you gonna do?
I'm gonna go with my. Can they be different things for each one?
Yeah.
You,
Great.
yeah,
Good
yeah.
question. Yes.
Left hand, I'm gonna go with a ham shank. Like
Handshake?
one of those big like Christmas hams that you get for my left hand.
Wow, son.
And for my right hand, I'd like a crucible, like one of the things that you melt down metal in. Because when you think about it, right, left hand ham shank, it's soft. You can touch people with it. You can get a snack. Great for picking up women because you're like, hey, babe, you want a little bit of ham shank?
For
They're
how
gonna say
long?
yeah. 9 times.
It's gonna repulse women after a short amount of time.
Any woman that is repulsed by my ham shank, I don't want anything to do with, so it's a filter. Right hand crucible, right? So I can melt down scrap metal for extra money. Drink a soda, melt it down, turn it like a fork or something. That's passive income.
Melted soda.
And you could
yeah.
burn the ham once it's stinking too much.
Yeah, you can like cook
You
it.
can encase it with
Yeah.
bronze or something that would prevent it from rotting so noticeably.
So
Your
that's
answer is so
probably
much
what I
better
would
than
go
mine.
for. Yeah, of course it is, because I'm fucking big brain. That's why you hired me.
That's true. That's
I
true.
appreciate these eccentric. I mean, they're normal. These
you
are
don't want
not.
the
These are not
claw?
eccentric answers. These are very normal things to have for hand. I
it's-
totally agree.
Listen, man, the world is short-sighted. No, fuck, I fucked up this quote. I'm the only man with vision in a world of people wearing bifocals. Yeah,
Yep, something like that.
yeah.
I see your point.
Mhm.
Well, I think one thing I should explain too to kind of help bridge this whole gap that might confuse people about these two worlds of this project.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
the reason that these buzzers are stuck in this battle card version is there's a character called the Shades, and so these Shade characters essentially abducted these the buzzers and turned them into a battle version and kind of stuck them inside of these cards. So think of the cards as kind of like a module of a character using it to have fun, play with other characters. So this Shade verse, they're being put, they're being forced to battle by the Shades, and so anytime that they escape that other dimension, they're trying to basically find ways to upgrade themselves. So when they go back and they're forced to, battle, they're going to be a winner. And so that's kind of the whole lore and understanding.
So anytime they win, they get to leave the bad dimension. How do they get to leave the bad dimension?
So the way that they get to leave the bad dimension is they kind of escape. The Shades are kind of lazy in that aspect. And the portal keepers don't always do the best job at kind of keeping that portal closed when they should. So the whole story behind that is these guys are able to escape and kind of they get a little freedom to roll around and figure out the best ways to upgrade themselves. But they're always forced to come back because the Shades roam that other world. So they'll basically find them and say, hey, what are you doing over on this side? And so they bring them back.
Right.
Yeah.
An aspect
that makes a lot of sense.
An aspect too that I thought was really interesting about the lore was the idea that the bots are really people pleasers. Like, they're built to help people out. They're built to, give people water, and now the people are all gone. So this is sort of like one of the ways that they can get approval, or that, satisfaction that they really need is people are cheering for them, even though they're beating up other robots.
They've attached onto this. They've got Stockholm syndrome in a way,
exactly.
in a mild way. They still know it's not good for them, but they keep coming back to the toxic relationship.
Yeah, kind of like that. I thought the philosophy of the game. I mean, I play a lot of D&D, and I find philosophy very interesting. But one of the things I found very interesting, we don't get a lot of chance to talk about because I feel like it doesn't sell NFTs because people go, "Wow, that's really interesting," but I don't care. is the different attitudes of like of the bots about what to do now that the Earth is kind of in like a decline, is an apocalypse, with no people left, and some of the quests reflect that. Is some of them are built around rebuilding the world or trying to build an irrigation system or saving local wildlife. There's a quest where you're tearing down old manufactured cities and like quite literally destroying the old world. Some where you're going around fighting. I find it like an interesting philosophy, and we might I don't know if we would, but if we were to add factions in the future, it'd probably be centered.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, because I feel like these
good.
buzzers would have different ideas about how to go about rebuilding, or what progress means for them.
Yeah,
what
or
they
even
would
some that go,
require.
hey, the humans, they're not completely gone. They're going to come back. We have to make a nice world for them because the humans are totally coming back, guys. That's what we got to do.
They
Stop
promised. They
fighting
just
each
said they were going to get cigarettes real quick.
other.
Fine.
Oh, well, I guess these battle buzzards are literally me.
Oh yeah, that's the way that I always
Created
looked
in
at it
our
too.
own image.
Yeah. Well, especially to the ones with like the horns and stuff. I imagine that those guys don't have stuff that are necessarily good to do in the world. They probably maybe want to cause some chaos and havoc. Or maybe the ones with balloons, they're a little too happy-go-lucky for their
They're
own good.
big.
Yeah.
So, how long have you guys been working on this?
Oh, let's see. I mean, as far as the concept for the game, or actually
Take it.
developing.
The whole,
I'd like to hear the whole thing.
all answers.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So I think I started building out the development of the game like on paper probably about 6 months ago. I was right after the actual Founders Mint, and then Max, I think been about a month and a half, 2 months maybe.
It's been a bit longer than I've been coding, I think. Although I'm kind of crap when it comes to time, and this is like, I got a lot of other stuff going. But yeah, it's been like a few short months. It's not been crazy long. I know we were in talks about, oh, hey, you've got a new project. Maybe I'll join, because he and I were both devs on a previous crypto game that never went to fruition for a different project. And then he's like, he was very reliable in working on it with me. So when he's like, hey, you want to do a project? I thought, yeah, this sounds like fun.
It's so nice, the people, like how much you can just find people you really vibe working with here, and a lot more easily than in other places.
Oh yeah, I couldn't agree more. And like, what he said, it didn't come to fruition, but I'm so glad that we got to meet, because, I just saw his talent and his willingness to want to work in a new, interesting field. And, he really believed in the whole crypto space and how, there was a huge opportunity as far as Discord goes, because that's where our main focus is with the game. Is I feel like a lot of projects use like the Rumble Royale bot, or they try to gamify their Discord in some way, and I feel like cornering the market as far as the Cardano community goes with some sort of Discord game is really our main vision and focus. So yes, the cards are definitely our main focus, but reaching out to other projects and gamifying their assets is also another secondary focus of ours too.
I love that. And so, yeah, you would just work with them to decide what their different attributes, modifiers would be, and everything. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
We already have some of them built in, because it's, as I said, it's pre-alpha, but we've got like 1 or 2 built in. I can try to find where they're in the code.
Oh
if you
yeah,
want.
cool.
I know Nano Swarm, that heals you. I forget which other one we have implemented, because it's all fairly temporary, because we're keeping things loose to see how playtesters like.
Yeah, you got to adjust things quite a bit.
The last thing I want to do is go, oh yeah, this will do blank, and then it turns out that it doesn't work in the game, and then it's like, but you promised. It's like, no, I tried.
Yeah. It's all in development. That's really cool. I'm glad that we get a little sneak peek.
Do you feel that your D&D training has helped you a lot in the NFT world?
Weirdly, yeah, that's actually how I got into this space, through like a really weird sounds made up coincidence.
Go on.
All right, so originally, I'm part of a gaming Discord primarily for the game Hunt Showdown, if you ever heard of that one.
Oh yeah.
That game intense.
Tough.
Yeah, I
just
love
watched it, and I'm like, damn.
It's I got like 2,000 hours in it, top game, play with people regularly, like every weekend with it. But it was the Discord I was in was once pretty thriving, and so a mutual friend of mine hits up me and like a bunch of other people in Discord and goes, "Hey, this dude needs a dungeon master." And the guy's like, "Hey, we're doing an NFT Dungeons and Dragons game." So I go, "All right, fuck it, I'll do this." I thought NFTs are dumb. I don't want to pay $50 for a monkey picture, but fuck it, I won't say no. So hop on.
That's the right attitude.
Yeah, wind up running a D&D game for like a few people. I know Jub was one of them. Soft Kitty
fun.
Talk was another. Ada, were you part of that one?
You know, I don't think so. I think we met mutually through those people though at that time. Yeah.
Right. So I start working on this project with this dude. The project falls through, but he moves on to a project called Horror Punks, and they start building a game for it. I'm then brought on because I just happen to be a computer programmer. Like, that's just what I do for a living. Started coding it while doing it. Adaquariums here was doing the sound for the game, and then we hit it off, and then now I'm on this project. So it's
Wow.
this kind of weird, like a viral infection or like a 5 degrees from Kevin Bacon thing, where it's like, oh yeah, I played Hunt Showdown. That happened to be somebody that knew me, wanted to play D&D, so I hopped in with them, and then happened to meet this guy, and then happened to meet somebody else. So yeah, that's how I wound up here. Oh, sorry, to answer your question, yeah, playing D&D helps. You know.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, once you get into a place like this, it's almost like you're gonna find somebody.
It's
you
a
know,
very
you're
Kevin
just kinda
Bacon
going-
infection place.
It's a
think
world.
that's
It's very
so true.
possible. Lots of possibilities. Lots of people interested in working with each other and branching out and trying new stuff. And it just makes sense in a lot of ways. NFTs to people who it makes sense to, I feel like it just makes a lot of sense, kind of right away.
Because
It
makes sense.
Yeah, and also there's the whole fact that, you know, a lot of this feels sort of like you know, there's a chance this stuff might be the future or this might be huge. I have no idea what the space is going to look like 5 years from now, or if it's going to look like anything, but it's really a Wild West, and I kind of like that. I kind of like, you know, being able to...
How many opportunities do you have for a Wild West?
Yeah.
Not many.
No.
The new frontier.
And such a good way of finding other people that are interested in a Wild West. And if you're all interested in a Wild West, that says a lot about how well you're going to hit it off.
True. It's interesting. The people here are interesting because it's either like people that cannot normally function in the regular world, and so they're here, or people that look, you know, they're really high or they're visionaries, and you know, you get a lot of weirdos, which is something I like. I like hanging out with weirdos.
That's great. It's really great.
Why it's fun because I'm like an office job type guy, and you know that's got its own benefits, but you know, it's fun, it's tech, and you know, who knows what's going to happen. Could be 2 years from now. It's like, oh my god, we're done. Was that?
It's a good balance for, you know, having an office job. It balances everything more.
Absolutely. And I can make jokes here too. I don't have to be like, you know, calling the office saying, Max, you said that you were adding jiggle physics to the Discord game. This does not reflect our attitude as a company. And as such, we're giving you a yellow card, 2 more of these, and we're gonna, you know, dock your free weekend. You know, like,
don't want to get that.
Yeah, there's no write-ups in the Cardano community.
Yeah,
that I know of.
No, not yet. Haven't implemented those. Awesome. Well, this has been this is really good. Is there anything else that you guys want to share about the project before we close this up?
I mean, I would just sum it up with, if you want to get involved in our project, we're currently minting our, you know, the cards, which is going to be the first edition. So if you really want to get in the ground level of what we're building, now it would be the best time to help support us and support the funding for this game. If there's any projects that you'd like to see involved in this game, please, you know, shoot us a message in Discord, reach out to us on Twitter. But we're really looking forward to bringing some gamified Discord metaverse kind of style, you know, experience to the Cardano community. So, yeah.
I know for sure that 2 of the projects I immediately think of, you've already got on deck.
Oh, yes.
Jesus 2 and Future Fest.
Which I love those guys, and I already am starting those conversations too. So
it
will be interesting to see what the future holds here.
Well, I am definitely going to post whichever one I pull today. I'm going to go do that after the news. I cannot wait to see which of these babies I'm going to help save from the gladiatorial arenas.
Right.
Well, best of luck to you.
Thanks.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming. This has been great. We'll be following this project as it develops and hopefully have you on again in the future and see where you're at.
Yeah, I would love that.
Great to meet you, Max. It was so fun.
Thanks, y'all too.
All right. We're going to do our sign off now. We can't see you,
But
you
you better be
still
doing
need to
one.
pose.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
No. So we're going to go around. Here we go. For the CNFT news, I'm Scott Chestnut.
I'm Summer Horsegrave.
I'm Max parentheses your boy.
And I'm Adaquariums, the fish.
And we'll see you next time.